Hey guys, can you believe LinkedIn gave me video? As much as I've loved video and as long as I've been waiting for it, it has finally happened. It feels like Christmas. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Nikki Woods, and I have been in the media business for a very long time. And used to be on the media side of it, like I was a part of the media, and still to some degree. But now I'm also helping businesses, brands, people who have books, authors, speakers, those kind of people get media. And so I was working with a client earlier today, and we ran into some bumps and some things that I thought would be helpful to share with you guys on how to get your media release or your press release in front of the media and how to have great success with it. So I want to give you 4 things to think about, but I just want to kind of give an introduction to this whole topic and kind of explain why it can be really challenging at times. The first thing is that, most journalists get hundreds of media releases or media pitches a day, right? And most of them don't have anything to do with what the journalist does. So that's a problem. And so the first thing that you want to do before you even get to like some of these tips that I'm going to offer is you want to make sure that you are talking to the right person at the media outlet. You want to make sure that the target audience is in line, with what you offer, and that the media outlet is in line with what you offer. So all media is not necessarily good media. We want the right kind of media, because when you get the right kind of media, then you get the impact that you want, because I know we're all passionate about what we do, but then you also get the income that you so richly deserve for sharing and making this impact, right? So you want to make sure that all of those things are in line first before you even start pitching. And then once you start pitching, you want to make sure you can check these 4 things off your list. So the first thing is it newsworthy? And this goes back to value. So whatever it is you're offering, whether it's your book or your product or a service, or you have a conference coming up, whatever it is, what is the value in that? So the value is not that you have the book or the service or the product or the conference. The value is what people are going to learn through those things. And so you want to talk about that and not necessarily about the book. So we're going to use a financial expert throughout this video because they're just easy to talk about. So if you've written a book on how to save money on your taxes as a financial expert, you don't say, hi, my name is Terry and I'm a financial expert and I wrote a book. You say, hi, my name is Terry and I'm an expert and I want to help your audience save $1,000 when they file their taxes this year. That's the value, okay? The next thing you want to check off your list is that it's relevant. So like, is it timely? Does it make sense now? It's great to talk about taxes when it's tax time, but do we necessarily want to talk about taxes when it's July? Unless you filing late, then that's a whole other issue. But you want to make sure it's timely. You want to make sure it's relevant. There may be other things as a financial expert that you can talk about in August, like how are you going to afford school tuition for your children? How are you going to pay for your kids to go to college? That sort of thing. So you want to make sure that it's timely and that it's relevant. And you want to have a great hook. This is the third thing you want to check off your list. You want to have a great hook, right? And so when people see the headline or they see the subject line of your media release, they're like, oh, I have to have it. Like, it's so juicy, I have to have it. And so you want to think and take time and make sure that it's engaging. I personally like really solid, actionable things. So going back to the financial expert in taxes, in the subject line, I want to share 3 ways with your audience on how they can save $1,000 on their taxes that the government doesn't want them to know about. Like, who doesn't want that, Or I have 5 tips that somebody can do now to save save on their taxes when it's tax time. We all want information that, one, makes us feel like we're getting over it just a little bit, legally, of course, but we want it to be engaging. We want our audience to walk away with stuff. And so whether that's tips, motivation, entertainment, a solution. And so you want to make sure that you show that value, right, in the headline. Very, very important. And then the next thing that you want to make sure is that value is continuing in the first paragraph of the media release. This is important because, well, we start reading at the very beginning, right? And so if that hook isn't great, if that doesn't just continue to draw us in and say, I've got to present this person and their value to my audience, then you might lose them for the rest of the press release, which is where you might want to talk about your book, or you may want to mention that you have a conference, or you may want to say that you have a service that will also provide further solution. And so you really want to hook them with the value in the first paragraph. So just 4 really quick tips, very easy to do. Sometimes it's a little bit of a mind shift. So, I always want to hammer those home, but I hope it's been helpful. If they have, just leave me a comment and let me know that you agree, that you disagree, because, I'm good with that too. If you have anything to add, or if there are other questions that you have about how to get more media or visibility for your business, your brand, your book, your service, I would love to have those as well, because now that I have video, you're going to see a lot of me. I hope you have a great day, and I thank you so much for being connected. I thank you for looking at the video and sharing the video, liking the video, and commenting on it. Getting to know you in 2018 is really, really important to me, so I appreciate you indulging me in that process.